was on a roller coaster yesterday. I saw someone fall. We are all, because of sudden parking, rushed forward. I look around. Dare not look down how high we are. 2 minutes ago, my son and I are still waiting in line. Ride this roller coaster, still front row. Is there something wrong? The girl behind us asked. The angle of turning on this is limited, but I still turned my head and glanced at him, gave him a comforting smile. We're going to be okay. I also say this for my son. He just turned 7. This is his first time here. I don't want this to be a bad experience. So far, it was a great day. We played almost every game, all the facilities in the amusement park. I finally got him to work up the courage. Try your first roller coaster. Am I tall enough? He asked while waiting in line. We checked the height requirements at least 3 times. You're not scared? He looked so old. Beth put her arms together and said, refuse to join us. That's part of the fun. That's what I told him. I have a hunch he'll complain about me as soon as he gets out of the car. We waited for a while. Want to see if the roller coaster will restart. But no. It's the rows behind us, right behind that nervous girl. A voice sounded. Okay, it didn't rain today. It made me smile. That's true. It's cloudy today. And I said, okay. Dylan looked at me a little angry because the trip didn't live up to his expectations. What's going on? Is the roller coaster broken? He fitness said. What happens a lot is maintenance issues. The man in the back row said. The girls among us are not so optimistic. Hey, hello. Can someone help us? The roller coaster is stuck. The man near the track shouted. Wish I had a cell phone with me now. Another girl lamented. To attract the attention of the staff, I decided to join their call for help. I'll call the maintenance guy. He shouted that he looked like a new man. Maybe just came to work here. Oh, that's terrible. Dylan lamented. No need to complain. You might as well enjoy it. The man in the back row commented. Other passengers were also angry, and I sighed. Sorry for my son, cowardly gold. I'm sure they'll be back soon. We can play something else. I propose to. I just want to go home now. I kind of hate this place. And he complained. Lad, you're being a little ungrateful to your dad. I bet he spent a lot of money to bring you here. The man behind us commented. Don't let your child talk to you like that. Show some backbone, he said to me. I can handle these things, I said, glancing at him through the gap between the seats. He looks about my dad's age. Probably as nosy as my dad. Children today, you do everything you can to make them happy, but they don't value it, he said angrily. Then I could tell he was talking nonsense. So while we wait, I try to ignore him. I saw Bass standing at the exit of the ride, staring at me dejectedly. I told you this would happen. He shouted that I was cowardly again. Sorry, Rick. It's time we left. I have an appointment at 3:30. What was he shouting? I didn't mean to get him stuck. I yelled at you, really. How long will it take? He stomped his feet to the staff and said. The girl behind us giggled. The man wasn't so happy. Dude, don't you have any backbone at all? This made the girls laugh even more. Don't mind your own business, okay? I said to him. I'd say it's a man like you. Makes us all feel very bored. He sneered and said, and I sighed. See if anyone's coming. It feels like we've already been here at least half an hour. You don't discipline your kids. You let your wife ride on your head. May not even be able to afford the cost of the amusement park. You are here only to appease your family. What a sycophant. The man said. The girl behind me doesn't smile anymore. The tone of this person's voice makes them. It makes me feel uneasy. Look, I don't know who you are, but you have to shut up. I called out, and Dylan was looking at me really worriedly. He's getting scared. Rick, are you scaring me? He raised the seat in front of him and said in a high voice. The girl screamed in horror. You coward. Useless guy, he shouted, and I sighed. Things are moving too fast. But I don't want to make a big fuss. My last polite request for you to stop talking. We are all as depressed as you are. I tried to be as calm as possible. Oh, you think so? You don't know me. You don't know what I went through to get to where I am today. You know what I sacrificed. He said, calm down. No need to get angry. I said yes. I knew you were a coward. Just like everyone else here. I just want my baby girl enjoy the roller coaster, and they refused. I planned this weeks in advance. I paid off everything. But they say custody won't be because I arranged leave. The period will be changed to the weekend. The girl behind me started to cry, so I tried something else. Sir, you're scaring the children. And it got worse. He reached out his right hand and grabbed the girl's hair. Pull him back. Hit his head on the seat of the roller coaster. His friend screamed. What's the matter with you? He screamed. I'm tired of people telling me what to do. When can I expect to have it? You shut up, you hear me? He stood up and said. He pushed up his seat. The whole train is dangling. He became even more upset. I held my breath. Here's some sounds. Then I realized he stood up, not sitting on a roller coaster seat. Did you see it? That's karma. He got out of his seat. Just said bro on the emergency track. Please, just sit down. Wait for someone to help. We've been here for almost an hour. And here's what I said, hoping to reason with this man. He gave me a creepy smile. Walked towards my son. He gently touched Dylan's head. My son slapped his hand away. The man's face immediately turned black. How dare you hit me? He raised his hand to hit Dylan. I stopped him. Say, what are you doing? Don't touch my child. I growled. I held his arm tightly, and he looked at me. This glance made me understand. He has completely lost his mind. He climbed to the front of the roller coaster, punched me in the face. Shut up, you spineless coward. He punched me and punched me. Due to seat constraints, I couldn't move, can only withstand his punch. He was finally exhausted when wiping the sweat from his forehead. I heard Dylan and the girl screaming and crying. Other passengers, also scared by his sudden outburst, fear that this person will do something terrible. He walked towards the girl sitting behind us, make a weird belly laugh. The whole body is shaking. You remind me of my baby girl. It's a pity he couldn't come. As he spoke, he reached out and touched the girl's arm. Don't touch me, he screamed. Don't talk to elders like that. He stood up and pinned him to a seat. I'm going to get out of my seat. When I heard the girl scream, I had this idea. I can't imagine what this man will do next. Finally, the seat railing got up, and I got up and I turned around and I grabbed him. Get your stinky hands off me. I taught us both. Fell on the tracks in front of the roller coaster. I feel my feet, caught in metal debris from orbit. The man tried to attack me again. Beat me up. I heard the passenger screaming louder. When I fell on the edge of the track, they screamed for help. I almost got pushed off. No one can control me, the man shouted. Then the roller coaster starts moving forward again. I hold on to the edge. The man turned around. This time he screamed. The roller coaster knocked him down. He was pinned to the track. The roller coaster continues onward. Take him to the first orbital high point. And then, I heard him scream as he fell. I crawled to safety. Didn't look down. After a few minutes, security guys to help me down. I'm at the exit waiting for the roller coaster to come. Hugged my son and wife. Apologize every time you ship it. I offer a consolation theory for the trauma I just experienced. I'm sorry this happened. We will provide it for free to everyone. Today skip the line coupon. The maintenance manager said and handed us the coupon. But soon after they closed the playground. "911, what is your emergency? I was being followed. Being followed, yes. I'm hiding at home now and dare not go out. If I dare to walk towards me, who is that little bastard going to kill me? One of my students. He was after me. And here he is standing in my driveway waiting for me. He was wearing a mask, but I knew it was him, because except for him, I can't think of it. Who else would do such a pervert things about your students? Yes, I'm a French teacher at my school. He is a student in my class. Well, how old is the boy? 13 pairs. I know it sounds crazy. I also know that I am timid and cowardly. A middle-aged woman. I'm afraid of a 30-year-old child. Funny to think about. You calm down. Can you tell me your address? Okay, the police are coming to you. Where are you at home? I'm in the bedroom. I looked at the guy through the gap in the curtain. How long has he been there? About half an hour. Has he been in the same position all the time? Yes, it hasn't been moved. Is he wearing a mask? Yes, a pure white mask. Like the Phantom of Separation. It covered his whole face. Are you sure it's him? I'm sure, okay. Then you stay where you are and don't go out. The police are on their way. The appearance of that student. Is there anything else that stands out? Did you notice him carrying a weapon? Don't see any weapons, but he was wearing a very big raincoat. But I didn't know he'd be in there, hidden something, oh my god. If he had a gun, he's going to kill all the cops. Don't worry, just stay put. Don't hang up on me. He probably had a gun in there. He probably hid shit. Why, this kid likes me. His perverted desires. It's been months in the making. What do you mean? This kid is crazy. He seems to like me very much. Can you imagine? I could be his mother. It's just terrible. And I'm a mom myself. My oldest son is only a year younger than Jared. Jared, is that the student's name? Yes, are you alone at home? Yes. He just knows I'm home alone today. That's why you came to me. Why would he know? Because he's been spying on me these few months. He's been on my desk. Leave a well-crafted message. Write me a note to the bone. Follow me to and from school on my bike. So he found my place after I rejected him. He swore revenge on me. What was the situation like? And one night, he cornered me in the classroom parking lot. He was carrying a knife and a dozen red roses. He shoved the words into my hands. Confess to me. He said he and I were meant to be. He also said that in order to be with me, is ready to leave his family, give up his old life. And he asked me to do the same. So what happened next? I told him I wouldn't do it. I said he was crazy. Tell him to leave immediately. But then he came at me, threatened me with a knife to my throat. Fortunately, a police car drove by, scared Jared away. He disappeared into the darkness, and I fell to the ground. After sitting there crying for 30 minutes, I packed up my mood and drove away. I see. Did you call the police at that time? I didn't do it at the time. Looking back now, I was so stupid. Why didn't you call the police then? Because I was really scared, and it's hard to believe. I don't want to make trouble for myself. And then the next morning, there's a note on my desk. It says you will regret it. I will make you suffer. I'm not done with you. Just wait to beg me for mercy. I see what you mean. Now he's standing outside my house wearing a mask, staring at the bedroom window. He knows I can see him, and he knows I'm watching him. Great, the police are finally here. The police will handle this. I need you to stay put, awaiting further instructions from the police. I see them. I see the police car coming. Wait, what's wrong? And a gun. The guy at home pulled out a gun. He only wants the police. He's going to shoot. Keep calm. How do I keep my cool? Later he kills the police. And then it was my turn. Although Jared wounded a police officer, but they managed to get him. He was taken to the police station. The caller was taken to the hospital due to shock. The content of this phone call is really creepy. But what happened next? That's what really scares me. After being arrested at home, spent some time in a mental hospital, but he was still obsessed with the caller. A few months later, Jared's condition has improved, can be discharged, but he still needs regular treatment. He graduated from high school and went to college. Never had any further contact with the caller. But it's not really over. When seeking relevant information, I found that in 2018, the caller was murdered. He was in his 60s by then. He was stabbed to death in the living room. The DNA found at the scene matched Jared's. But before the police arrested him, he was killed in a car accident. Some people suspect that he committed suicide by deliberately causing a car accident, avoid guilt, unwilling to face the consequences of his terrible actions. I think that old saying is true. You will never forget your first love. Coupled with prolonged pain, tormented and twisted minds cannot be repaired. That caused this disaster. This was a brutal murder that lasted for more than 20 years. Found a videotape at home yesterday. There was a murder filmed inside. Was at my grandmother's house helping him move furniture. My mother passed away when I was young, and then Grandma took on the role of mother. I've been living with him since my accident. With my grandmother's help, I was able to recover, so I tried to help him with all my physical labor. I think this is what I should do. It was in the attic. I accidentally knocked over a box. It's full of videotapes. The oldest can be traced back to 1990. It only shows the year. There's also a TV in the attic. We treat the attic as a practical room, rather than just a storage room. So I decided to play the old tape. I hope to see happy memories. Home video, landscape, anything. I happened to see these videos at the beginning. I don't know who took the photo with the camera. A woman alone, a small one sitting in a coffee shop. He is reading at the table. The camera is on him, flashing in the light. Glowing hair. Freeze frame. Then the recording jumps to a new scene. It looks like it's in Chicago, somewhere in the city center. I saw the back of the previous woman walk down the street. No one was found filming behind him. Now the sky is dark gray. I can see the lights of passing cars on his boots. Child flashing. Camera grazes up against the cameraman's jacket. This person is not far from him, but the distance between them, enough to show that they are not together, and apparently following his monotonous walks. It lasted about 5 minutes, then switched to the woman being tied up, stuffed into the trunk of a car. He was taped. No way to speak. I can only hear the sound of heavy rain and his screaming and crying. His repressed panic broke my heart. My back is chilling. I can't even keep my eyes open. Videos can get weirder at any time. Morbidity affects life. And I watched in horror. I saw a hand with a black glove stick out from behind the camera, shut the trunk door, trapped it inside. Now obviously, it's night. The next shot comes to the woman. Now she's tied to a chair, beaten with blood. That place seems to be some warehouse. The only light source, it's a white paper lamp on a woman's head, illuminated the crimson blood at her feet. I remember very well. Seems to be supported by a bracket. I heard the poor woman was taped. The mouth makes painful sounds. I heard something moving on the concrete floor. It looks like someone is adjusting their posture. This is crazy. I can hear the sound of metal dragging. It's like assembling a tool, or the sound of taking tools out of the bag. I felt nausea in my stomach, and the stalker walks into the frame. Only the back is exposed. It was covered with a hood. Holding a knife in his right hand, my heart stopped completely. And the stalker lifts his bowed head, let his face rise, then hurt him. He twisted, desperate and futile attempts to survive. I've never seen so much blood in my life. Then the murderer took off his mask, staring at the camera, make a toothy smile. Then the picture clips the edge and stops. My nerves are high right now. Blood flow slows down. The body is almost faded, turned white like a corpse. Grandma is looking at me. He was trembling across the room, trying to comfort me. He burst into tears, almost speechless. He said he didn't want me to remember before the accident. On appearance. Wake up at 1 a.m. The robot automatically ran to the bed and looked at me. I think a robot vacuum cleaner tried to kill my girlfriend. This is my birthday present to her. She always wanted one. But say we don't have that much money. This is an untested new model, so the price is very cheap. When I brought him home, girlfriend ecstatic, he starts the robot to clean the apartment. During the period, he bounced behind the whole time. Watch carefully, he has an unstable vacuum. I soon found out the sweeping robot I bought has low suction. Makes it impossible for him to vacuum the apartment effectively. My girlfriend is the kind of person who often cleans, so it didn't meet his hygiene standards. He put the robot back in the box, put it up, choose to continue using traditional vacuum cleaners. To be honest, I am not angry, as long as he is happy. After a while, he occasionally pulls out the robot and asks him to clean the bedroom. One day he came to me and said that I thought the sweeping robot is going to hurt me. What are you saying? And I asked in a slightly skeptical tone. Every time I turn him on, he will chase me. Even if you leave him in the bedroom, as soon as I go in, he will chase me. I will teach my life. Dismiss his complaint as a joke. He insisted that he was not joking, and I convinced him, said the sweeping robot couldn't possibly kill him. A week later, he took out the robot again, let him work in the bedroom. Screams and noises from the kitchen. I rushed in, and I found my girlfriend on the floor, rubbing bruised feet, The robot is next to him. What's the matter? I asked, and the robot landed on my feet. Girlfriend cried and said his feet were swollen. So I took him into the bedroom, iced his feet. I told him to be careful next time. I was about to turn away, and that's when he stopped me. He said it wasn't an accident. He must have seen the suspicion on my face. He quickly added, I picked him up and tried to put him back. He fell out of my hand, and it fell on my feet. Maybe one piece is loose. Or, because you refused him to be part of our family, he wants to kill you. I joked that. In exchange, he died in anger. In the end, I didn't believe it. The robot will attempt to kill its master. Because of this, my girlfriend was angry with me for days. Then one morning at 1 a.m., someone shook my shoulder. It woke me up. I sat upright. I don't know when and where I am. Girlfriend leaned against me tightly. Put your hand on my shoulder. Eyes fixed on something on the side of the bed. What's the matter? I asked gradually. Eyelids are about to close. He pointed his stiff fingers at the bed on his side. I didn't see anything. That's when I realized he meant the floor. I crawled to his side and looked down. Right there, he sat quietly on the floor, right by my girlfriend's side of the bed. I can picture robotic eyes staring at me, and a smile. My girlfriend is obviously more scared than I am. She wouldn't turn off the lights until I locked the robot in storage. She just relaxed for a while. Over the next few days, she begged me to either sell the robot or throw her in the trash. I'm not going to throw her away. This stuff is expensive, and I can't sell it either. Who would buy an untested robotic vacuum cleaner? Especially this dangerous robot. The money that can be exchanged is not worth the trouble. I told my girlfriend that I would find a way to deal with it, mainly to buy some time. Anyway, the robot has been locked in the storage room, so he won't hurt anyone. And one day I got a call from the hospital that my girlfriend had an accident at home. They had to be hospitalized. Rushed over to see if he was okay. Rib fracture, neck bruise, ankle sprain. Other than that, no big deal. It's a sweeping robot. He sobbed and said I'd almost broke my neck. I held him when he was crying, and I went home. The robot is still locked in the storage room. Like never. Yes, I picked it up and threw it in the trash. If he can't do what he wants, then what's the use of me keeping him?